Hey guys, this is my second attempt at trying to beat Stockfish 17.1 in this position that was given to me by one of my subscribers that challenged me to do this. So, from what I learned last game is that my position is really good. Obviously, the king's opened up here. I think I want to follow maybe a line. I think my rook will do really well on d8. I could try moving the king. No, I don't want to do that. No. Sorry about that. I'm gonna play rook d8 this time again. This forced rook e1. And as you saw, like I played rook h8 there and rook b1. And that was in a previous game. So rook b1 and rook e1 are the lines, or not lines, the files that Stockfish will put the rooks on. So rook e1 prevents, like, say, knight e5. I don't think there's another way of preparing it. Maybe I can just go e5 right away. If I go e5, but then there's queen f5. And we have issues. So after rook e1, I do actually really like queen g5 check. Because we got this rook move. And we're getting rook moves out of Stockfish. And yes, it's improving its rooks with good squares, but I think that's okay. I just wish my knight had a better square. Maybe I try to get it to f5. Because knight to f5 is a pretty good outpost. So maybe after rook e1, I go queen g5 check, and then go knight e7. With the idea of going to f5 so that the rook on e5 doesn't do as much. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to perform knight e5. At least the threat of this forces rook e1, and it forces, I think, rook b1, because there's also rook b5. Yeah, I can't waste time with like a rook like, or not, a move like rook d6, because that just allowed Stockfish to get back into the game. I don't really want the queen side to open up. I'd rather just go for the king, right? But yeah, I'm gonna try to have some fun. I'll definitely use all the attempts. You know, I don't know if I'll actually get a win. Would be cool, but I'm not even doing the time control that he asked me to do. So we'll see how that goes. He can let me know if he'd rather me to actually do the whole hour, but I don't know about that. He could suggest like a different time control that will work, because again, like, you don't really need to necessarily wait for the engine to play that long. So like for certain ones you can have depth, or a certain amount of time I force the engine to move, and I get as much time as I need, and I won't take too long. So I can just, it'll still keep track of how much time I use. So if you want me to do that, I can do like a different time control, which is makes a bit more sense, because again, like, Stockfish will play the best moves regardless. So I think, I don't know why it always goes to preferred level 1. I don't know if I'm forgetting to change it or what, but it should. I don't know why it's not moving. I moved to d8. The engine's for sure running. I don't know why it takes that much time until it makes a move. I think giving the check makes sense. Stay at the dark squares. Okay, so another idea was like keeping the pressure on this c3 square and then just going like knight e7 right away. But even right away, there is that rook e5 check. So, yeah, this is not easy. I think queen g5 check makes a lot of sense. And then maybe I go queen f4, but then rook e4, queen h4 might... Queen h4 might be the move I should play, honestly. Queen h4. Either try queen h4 or what else? No, I don't like a6. 95, maybe. I don't like that either. Alright, we're going to try queen h4. I mean, the queen doesn't want to be on this file anyway, really. King might go back to g1. I'd be totally fine with that. Oh, maybe I could have gone e5. Huh. I wonder, like, e5 here. What didn't I like about e5? Oh, yeah, d5, I think. Yeah. Takes. Yeah. Rook g4. Great. Yeah, well. I think I still should be... No, there's... Yeah, we'll see how it goes. But, man. Stockfish is a killer. Like, there's just no way. How am I going to defeat Stockfish? Like, I'm up this pawn, but now I'm cooked. The G file is completely open. Rook G4, Rook G1, Rook 8. Wow. Wait a minute. Wow. My queen's trapped, isn't it? That's actually insane. Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Queen takes could be an option. 95 hits the queen. Pawn can't take. Rook will take. There's no tactics in my favor, is there? 95, maybe, 95 first might be the trick. But again, I think there's just rook e5. Maybe rook d8 is not a good move. I don't know. So if I go 95, e5, rook takes, and I go back and terrible. Rook takes d4. Takes. Yeah, it's all bad. Should just resign at this point. I don't know. Is there anything I can go for? I guess actually just trapped. That's so annoying. Yeah. Takes. Wow. I mean, to get trapped like this is really annoying. Yeah, so I don't know why my position's so good. There must be some tactic here. I don't know. don't know. But I don't even know what the best move here is. Maybe knight a5. Maybe it's either queen takes or knight a5. Or knight e5. Knight e5 at least saves the queen. Yeah, I think knight e5 will be a decent move. Maybe? Actually, I have no idea. Huh. Rook takes, yeah. And then let's say something like this. Rook takes, yeah, that's lost. No checks. Okay, let's go back. Just to be funny, like, save my queen. Be like, okay, yeah. My queen was trapped, but I saved it. Oh, rook into rook g2. Oh my goodness, it just doesn't end. I open up to another line for the fish. Oh man. Bishop back to b3. Freeing up the queen mainly. Okay, I resign. This is pointless. Resign. Okay. Yeah, that was worse than the first game. Alright, I guess that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next one.